Hello there. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. I'm Ryan in Singapore. Welcome to the Mindfulness Daily Practice. We've been wrapping up our series on compassion, and yesterday was about compassion for those less fortunate than us. And one of the things that begins to rise a bit naturally out of considering those who are less fortunate than us is we begin to have a little bit of gratitude for our own lives. So realize, well, maybe I don't have it so bad after all. And that's really what today is about, so can we start to notice the things in our lives that are going right and that are going well? And there's a lot of power in that. This is something that has recently been researched as well. And so there are not a whole lot of things that have lasting impacts on your happiness. Getting a new car or many of these things that are external to your life happening aren't going to have some long-term effect on your happiness. But gratitude is one of them. If you can make gratitude part of your daily life, gratitude can have a lasting impact on your happiness. People who do gratitude journaling every day are noticeably healthier. And this is something that is interesting about this mind-body connection. So if we can be mindful is one way to cultivate lasting happiness, and gratitude's another one. So being grateful releases oxytocin, which is the love hormone, the connection hormone. I think that's one of the things that we as humans are designed to do, is to be connected to one another. We are tribal creatures. We live together in groups and have for millions of years. So this is one of the ways to flip those biological switches is to be grateful, and to recognize the things in life that are going right instead of being focused on the things that aren't going right, which tends to be the easy thing to do. And why? Because we also, inside of this programming, we're designed to constantly try to make things better. And that's that's kind of this cyclical treadmill that we're on, is that no matter how much you achieve, you discover that there's always something else to achieve, that there's always another step. When we finally achieve that thing we've always wanted, how long does the satisfaction last before we look for the next mountain to climb, the next thing to conquer? So this is one thing that what tends to happen is that as we continue moving forward, we kind of forget the things that we've acquired already. And so this is what gratitude's about. And one of the things as well is that you are breathing, right? I mean, I think most of us kind of just take for granted that the breath works. If you're looking for something to be grateful for, one thing, look no further. You are alive. You're breathing. And this is a gift, and this moment is a gift. Can you be grateful for being here and being alive? You don't know for sure. There's no guarantee that after you exhale this time, that the next inhale is coming. So I think that's something that we just kind of take for granted, that everything's going the way that it's supposed to. My heart is beating right now. My lungs are working. My liver is filtering out toxins. My kidneys are doing what they're supposed to do. This machine we've got here isn't one that's simple. Isn't one that just it's not like a lever, right? It's much more complicated than these simple basic machinery that we human beings have come up with ourselves. This is a product of nature, of adaptations to things around us. And I think that's an important thing to understand. Besides being grateful for how things are, knowing how this machine works, and that being grateful, being mindful, these are ways that, as our brains want us to constantly get better, that can lead to a lot of unhappiness. So, I mean, this is what we're programmed to do, but can we be aware of the way that we are and also take some steps to help cultivate happiness? I mean, after all, happiness is, there's a chemical formula for happiness in here as well. And you'll notice when you feel certain emotions, that those emotions manifest in the body, because this whole machine works as one holistic thing. Mind, body, emotions are not separated from one another. That these things are all interconnected, and one affects each of the others. So, looking for things to be grateful, look no further than your body working. And of course, there are plenty of other things to be grateful for. Like I mentioned yesterday, if we're all here, we all have an internet connection. We likely have a lot of other things in our lives that are going well. If you open the refrigerator, there's food in the refrigerator. There's peace where you are. This is the conflict in Sudan is becoming much more well known, right? Conflict in Ukraine, right? These are things that I think that, and that's one of the reasons to remember. One good thing about remembering those who are less fortunate than us is to offer kindness, offer our well wishes to those people, but it also reminds us of how good our situation is. So being grateful and finding ways to be grateful in your life are useful ways for you to be healthier, to be happier, and as well to equip you to be more compassionate. So when you know what you have, when you recognize what you have, and recognize the abundance in your life instead of the lack of what isn't there, it can help you as you are more compassionate, as you can be more compassionate. When I recognize how good my situation is, it makes it easier for me to be able to share with others, and out of gratitude even comes generosity as well. So what can I do? What can I give? And starting with self as well. So what can I do to be compassionate to myself? I mean, this is important, that this cup is filled so that we're able to be generous and to be able to give out as well. So, hello everybody, welcome. Today's practice that we're going to do is going to be a gracious body scan. So we'll be checking into our bodies and being grateful for the things in our bodies that are going well. And on Saturday morning here in Singapore, then we'll be doing a longer practice. So a 1 hour gratitude body scan. So incorporating a little bit of gratitude into this body that's working. And I would encourage you as a bit of homework, if you're interested in trying it. There is a lot of research that shows the benefits of having a gratitude journal, just writing down every day, at the beginning of the day or the end of the day, what it is that I'm grateful for, what has been, what has gone well today. There's in that study, the other side is people would write down what they're frustrated with, and those who practiced writing down the things they were grateful for were not only happier, but also ended up being healthier as well, as the study concluded. So give it a try. See what's going on. Notice what's going well in your life, and intentionally pay attention to the things that have gone well in life. It's so easy to get lost in the things that haven't gone right. So let's go ahead and get into our practice today. So sit comfortably, lie down comfortably if you like. Allow your body to come into stillness. So whatever movements you might want to make those now. Maybe rolling the shoulders, stretching out the neck. And then arriving in your chosen meditation posture, intending to stay still for the remainder of today's practice. So letting go of voluntary movement so that we can be focused on what's happening here in our bodies, even in our minds, in stillness today. And maybe begin our practice by noticing that you're breathing. As Jon Kabat-Zinn says, as long as you're breathing, there's more right with you than wrong with you, no matter what you may feel the state of your body is. You are alive. So feeling this constant reminder of your aliveness. Noticing the expansion as you breathe in. Contraction as you breathe out. So maybe even bringing some gratitude here to this process of breathing, the fact that I am breathing. I am alive, this gift of life. I'm human. I can practice alleviating my suffering through mindfulness, through focusing on the present. So as you feel ready, coming to the crown of the head, noticing the hair, the scalp, the forehead, bringing attention to whatever physical sensations are here. Maybe you notice some tightness. Seeing if you can intentionally allow the body to be at ease. Noticing the eyes, the area around the eyes, the temples. The nose and the nostrils. Feeling air moving through the nostrils as you breathe. The ears. The mouth, the teeth, the gums, the tongue, and the jaw. the front of the neck, the back of the neck, and so maybe having a bit of gratitude for this face, this visage that greets us in the mirror. That expresses our emotions outwardly. Seeing if any opinions about your face come up. Now, letting go of the face, feeling the shoulders, left and right, the upper arms, the elbows, the forearms. Just noticing any sensations you may feel here. Could be air moving through the room, bringing attention to the skin, sensations inside, moving down to the wrists, to the hands, to the palms, to the backs of the hands, to the fingers. And so some of us here today may not have both of our arms. So can we be grateful for the parts of our bodies that we do have? And for those of us that do have a right hand, a left hand, to be grateful that we have these parts of the body that we use to interact with the world around us. Now noticing the upper back, the mid back, the lower back, holding the back body in awareness. And now moving to the chest. The middle of the chest, feeling the heart beating, if that's available to you. Feeling the chest rising and falling with the breath. Feeling the abdomen expanding and contracting as you breathe. Noticing the internal organs here. Maybe the digestive system moving. Is there anything going on here? So here, the front of the body. Having gratitude for lungs that work. A heart that continues beating and has been beating even before we were born. This hard-working muscle that has never stopped to take a break. And the digestive system. The major way we get nourishment It's by putting things into our mouths and going through this system as our food integrates and becomes part of us. Can we have some gratitude for the fact that the digestive system is working at least well enough to keep us alive? And these things in and of themselves are already like miracles, even if your stomach doesn't work perfectly. The fact that you can be alive is already amazing. So now scanning down to the pelvis, noticing the buttocks in contact with a cushion or chair or a sofa or mat if you're lying down. Noticing the front of the pelvis. Your reproductive organs, the exit of your digestive system. And then moving down to the legs. The thighs. The knees. The lower legs. The feet, the toes, just feeling whatever sensations are here. And for those of us who are so fortunate to have working legs, maybe giving some gratitude for the fact that you can be mobile. That you can put one foot in front of the other. So this body as a whole, bringing our attention to everything here. The heart beating, the lungs filling with air, expelling air, the arms, the legs, all of the systems in the body working. Being grateful for this physical aspect of me. No matter what your opinion of it may be, remembering that as long as you're breathing, there's more right with you than wrong with you. And so now let's begin to draw our practice to its close. And I'll close practice with 3 rings of the bell. Okay. Well, thank you, everybody. Thanks for joining in practice today. Hope it went well for you. How did it go? And in fact, what I'd like to invite you to do now is this active practice of gratitude is to just, if you feel comfortable to do so, just write in the chat just one thing that you're grateful for. It can be anything. So just to help, just as part of this exercise, to help to remind you what it is that you're grateful for. So I won't necessarily read them all out loud, but it's mostly to kind of help to get into this habit of and there is something that happens when we write it down, and it's different from just simply thinking about it in the mind. So please, if you feel comfortable, go ahead and write down, and I'll say, the one thing that popped into my mind was that with my balcony open, and even now I can feel the breeze coming through, and so it just feels so nice having a bit of perspiration on the surface of my skin to feel just a little bit of breeze, and that's it's just a small pleasure that I have in life. So I guess I can write it. I'll write it as well. Thankful for bird songs. Thankful for nature. Grateful for my sisters. Grateful for Frankie, who brings a smile to my face. Brings a smile to my face too. He looks grumpy. This is a kind of a grumpy look today. Are you hungry? Grateful for my home. Grateful for relaxing. Grateful for taking time for me right now. Grateful for the peace I have sitting here. Grateful for my comfortable bed. Grateful for my children, nature, springtime, my garden. Grateful for my pets. Thankful for being alive. Grateful for my cup of coffee. Thanks everybody for participating. And keep it up. See if you can remember to bring gratitude every day. As it's a salve. It's a way to, it's a balm. It's a way to heal the things. And remember that no matter how difficult things may seem, no matter how hard life may seem, life does throw a lot of curveballs at us, and yeah, that's it. We want to stay focused on those difficult things. It's normal. It's natural for us to want to try and fix everything. But in the meantime, what doesn't need to be fixed? What's already going well? And it's really powerful in changing our attitudes. So thank you, everyone, for being here today. I'm grateful for all of you. I'm grateful for Insight Timer. It gives me this platform to be able to speak every day and to lead meditation and to introduce mindfulness to this great group of people. So welcome, everybody. If it's your first time joining, I hope to see you tomorrow when we we move from gratitude into celebrating little victories. So it's, again, a kind of related to this topic. So I think that it's a good one to do. It's another one that we sometimes miss. So being grateful for the things that we have, and then, hey, when things go right, going, wow, hey, amazing, this went well. So we'll do that a bit tomorrow. All right, let us close practice as we do with some well wishes to ourselves and well wishes to everyone else. May I be happy and peaceful. May everyone here right now, watching, listening, wherever you may be, I wish you all happiness and peace. May all human beings everywhere around this great planet of ours, big and small, good and evil, may we all be happy and peaceful. Yes, same bat time, same bat channel tomorrow, 5:10 a.m. Singapore time. I'll look forward to seeing you then. Bye-bye.